everybody, and welcome to Quick Picks. John and I are going to go over this week's releases in the pickiest fashion we possibly can.
We are going to pick your quick...
Are you really going to do Search and Hatred for like 2 videos in a row?
So I saw this cool thing called Angel Diary, Volume 11, that comes out this week.
Oh, yeah?
And
yeah?
That was a segue.
Would you like to talk about Angel Diary, John?
I don't know anything about it.
Alright, Angel Diary is a manhwa that I also do not know much about. But it's from Yen Press. And you know what else is from Yen Press? Everything this week.
Yeah, I mean, there's like one title or two that's not.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a Bandai title. There's a few mechs.
That's like saying there's a single anime out this week that's not from Funimation. And
that
there is.
Also
just
true.
One.
Oh, God. Our release lists are fun. Alright, but no, what are you looking forward to in the manga world, if anything?
The 5th volume of Nightmare of Nunally came out, the Code Geass offshoot, which has Nunally, the blind and crippled sister, suddenly thrust in her own main highlight.
It's basically an alternate universe take on it where
she gets a Geass, and she gets to see the future, because she's blind, so she can see the future.
Of course!
And she gets a giant robot, too, and
Yay.
terrorizes Neo-Tokyo 3.
Awesome. I'm kind of interested in Pop Wonderland, which is actually a kid's book. It's actually more like a picture book than a manga per se, that Dark Horse is putting out. But it was, oh man, the art I saw for it was so cute. And it's Alice in Wonderland, which is of course kind of a hot topic these days thanks to a certain movie that was certainly so-so.
I was trying to rock with you.
Looks like a good book, especially if you have small children around for any reason.
Anything with Wonderland in the title now makes me think of Dead Man Wonderland, so I keep trying to infuse furious fights and poisonings.
Only there was a Dead
jail.
Man Wonderland release this week. That would have been a really awesome...
It would have been. But Haruhi Volume 5 comes out this week.
Oh, that's the manga, not the novels.
Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that?
The manga is really pretty... The Haruhi mangas have had... Well, I know you say mangas because I'm talking about different series, not different volumes. There was... that was really bad of me. Alright, the first Haruhi manga was canceled like 2 volumes in because, frankly, it was kind of terrible. And the new current Haruhi manga that Yen Press is releasing has also been... I mean, it's got some good moments, but for the most part, it's just another rehash of the same material that's already available in novel form and in anime form. So...
But, you know, so many of us, and I say me in that category, not you, are so used to... We enjoy reading, but we enjoy it when it's accompanied by moving or still pictures. I've gotten so used to it. Books just seem strange to me.
You're weird. No, I think the Haruhi manga, from what little I've read, I don't even really get into the arc that much. I would much rather have some new content in the form of The Melancholy of Suzumiya Haruhi-chan, which is a 4-comic strip with all the characters are little chibis, and it's really goofy and funny. And there's a reason why that manga sells a lot better in Japan than the mainline Haruhi manga does. That's because it's better. And then we should have that one.
Now, do you have anything else on the manga front?
Manga front, let me check the list. I mentioned this a while ago, actually. I think I posted about it. Read a Haida manga, and I wish I had looked back into it now. Haida is a particular group of natives. I forget from which actual region that they were from. I want to say Canada.
Oh, yeah. Those crazy natives of
I probably got it all wrong. I'm sorry.
With all their maple syrups and their beavers.
No. Native, not Canada, but like native Canada. It's different. I could be wrong on the location of the Haida. But it sounded really cool. So I actually do want to check that out now that it's out.
Plus, they have the first volume of a book called Bunny Drop, and it's got bunny in the title, so it can't be entirely bad.
Did you look up Bunny Drop?
No, not in the slightest.
Bunny Drop is about a guy who has to go to a family funeral, and while he's there, everybody starts fighting over who has to take the daughter of the guy who died. And he's just like so fed up with how annoying
Attractive
and
17-year-old girl?
No.
Oh.
Think smaller.
She's like a bunny and a drop, because drops are small.
And actually, as far as I understand it, Bunny Drop really is very much about his overall growth into an adult, and not just like look, it's a guy taking care of a little girl. It's funny. Ah!
You know, actually, when you put it that way, though, all joking aside, that does sound kind of interesting.
I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't read it myself yet.
Fun tone. But also on the front of DVDs in Funimation land, we have two big releases in my opinion. We've got the second edition of Soul Eater, the second set of DVDs, which will cover you through, I think, episode like 16 to 28 or something. And really good. I've gone through them myself. Love it. You get more Excalibur, you get more Ragnarok, you get big arcs, you get to see Death. Well, Shinigami-san do his thing. And he's like, because he doesn't always just look wacky. He's got giant muscles. And we have Strike Witches, the complete collection.
Yes.
So for those,
indeed.
And we've gotten this interesting perspective where Anna really believes in this series. She thinks that outside of a bunch of girls with furry tails and no pants, that it would be a blossoming, serious story.
Yeah, well, I mean, her overall thing was that the fan service, if I sort of read it correctly, kind of detracted. That it could have been so much cooler without it because the fan service was so extreme.
I could have just
have
watched
not watched enough to decide whether I would agree or disagree with that, but I would not all be surprised.
It's on my list. I have to subject myself to it. It's just something you have to do. We have Canon, the complete set.
Yes, we do. We have it's the Save Edition is really
the Save Edition
here. SAVE. I forget exactly what it stands for.
This is one of the rescues for Funimation pulled license out of ADV. Because Canon was an ADV.
It was, but I think that Funimation released the complete set, ADV's version of it, before. The idea behind the Save Edition is that it's all cheaper. So this version of Canon is like the SRP is $30,
and they only include every other episode. Because they scrimp corners. What?
No, it's a bare bones release, but although I believe it does have the dub. I can't believe that in your talk about like major releases, you decided to just completely ignore Old on High School Host Club.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like,
Oops.
Hello? What are you laughing about? That's actually a pretty popular series, don't you know?
It's
more
sure
popular. It's a better seller than Canon, I'll tell you that.
But it isn't made by Key, so I don't know
Therefore,
about it.
it's inferior. No, Old on High School Host Club is a great comedy. It's a great shoujo comedy that parodies
Girl dresses as a boy and hangs out with a bunch of other boys, and they look pretty.
See, when you do that, it just makes me want to go like in depth about the actual story. That's going to take too long. It's really good. It's about a girl who has to cross-dress in order to pay off a debt, but that's really a very minor aspect of the plot, and she really doesn't mind that much because she feels so gender-neutral herself. It's really more about a bunch of kids in high school growing up and figuring out who they are. The manga is infinitely superior than the anime. I'm just going to throw that out there. But what I actually thought was really interesting about this release, which is the complete set, because again, it's been released before, but now it's in the complete edition. They have one in Blu-ray and one on DVD. The prices are the same.
The MSRP on both of them?
The SRP is $69.98 for each of them. So I guess the idea behind that is, the DVD is out there for people who don't have Blu-ray players yet, but pretty much everybody who has a Blu-ray player will want the Blu-ray version. Although, since it's an upscale, Funimation has not had a great track record with its upscales yet. I haven't looked at it. We have a copy, so keep an eye out for that if you are interested in the Blu-ray edition.
And then we've got Lupin the Third. I think
that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Lupin the Third, Episode 0, First Contact from Eastern Star. Who
is Eastern Star?
If you remember Eastern Star at all, it's probably as those people who have the Fist of the North Star TV series that they're going to release eventually. They have a couple of other Lupin titles, I want to say. They're mostly localizers of just kind of, B-grade foreign films. Not bad, mind, but B-grade, like lower budget kind of stuff. At least according to my understanding. They've been around for a while, and they've done anime for a while, but usually not kind of the top-tier stuff that most of you would be familiar with. But you really should get to know Eastern Star.
Okay, I'll ask for her number and call her up and see what she's doing later this weekend.
Eastern Star is not like Black Star's sister.
What? What? Oh!
I had to go teach John the difference between fiction and reality again, so we will see you guys next week.
Bye, B.
Bye.